Nduduzo Siba is a singer and activist in Brazil. Far from her native South Africa, she fights for better treatment of foreign prisoners once they leave jail on parole. A former inmate herself, Nduduzo managed to pick up the pieces of her life. Others are less lucky.
So it's close to 50 or 60 that I know personally. Most of them don't have documents. Most of them have got children. They're not working. Some of them are into prostitution. Some of them are into the business again.
Brazilian prisons had almost 2,200 foreign inmates in 2017. Most were drug mules, ordinary people paid by drug traffickers to smuggle narcotics like cocaine. When foreigners are freed on parole, they have to stay in Brazil until the end of their full sentence, which can last several years. With little help from the government, they can't find formal work or a place to stay.
They don't give you documentation. Without documentation, you can't get a job. You can't get a decent job. No one will employ you. If you can't get a decent job, you can't get an accommodation. You are limited to almost everything.
South African Portia Dlewayo's passport has been lost in the justice system for over a year now since her release, so she can't apply for a foreign ID card.
There was a time where I was telling myself that it was better in prison because I had work. I was working and saving for my kids.
It's more than a humanitarian issue. With few options, some go back to crime. Precious Ndubuisi was arrested while on parole and served another 8 years in prison.
It's because of the situation. It wasn't easy. So there was no way that I could survive. That's when I went back to traffic again.
Over the past 2 years, rights group the ITTC has helped more than 300 foreign women who left jail. Authorities are doing too little, says its president, Sister Michael Mary Nolan.
We have a large increase of street population of former foreign prisoners. That population has increased. There's a difference among the city and the state government who should receive them, and there's a fight over that.
But the government already has a big problem with the almost 730,000 Brazilians in its jails. There are support programs for ex-inmates, but foreigners fall through the cracks. The Justice Ministry says it is working to improve services. Meanwhile, ex-inmates like Nduduzo and her friends form support networks among themselves. These groups help each other with a meal, a place to stay or friendship, so they can carry on the fight for fairer freedom.